Yo, what up, guys? Kevin Grant here, and I'm going to share some information from Neville Goddard's book titled The Power of Awareness. So, we're on chapter 3, and this chapter is called, chapter 3 is titled The Power of Assumption. And Neville writes, man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. And consciousness is basically awareness, what you are aware of being, feeling, and knowing yourself to be. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves. Also all that he fears. All that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Rain falls as a result of a change in the temperature in the higher regions of the atmosphere. So, in like manner, a change of consciousness happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. A change of circumstances, So in like manner, a change of circumstance happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. To be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. Listen at that. To be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must be changed. But your thoughts cannot change unless you have new ideas, for you think from your ideas. All transformation begins with an intense, burning desire to be transformed. So you must desire, you must want to change. The first step in the renewing of the mind is desire. You must want to be different and intend to be different before you can begin to change yourself. Then you must make your future dream a present fact. That's why this is the power of assumption. Assume that you are now the person you desire to be. Assume the feeling. Right? So you must want to be different and intend to be different before you can change yourself. Then you must make your future dream a present fact. You do this by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, by desiring to be other than what you are. You can create an ideal of the person you want to be and assume that you are already that person. If this assumption is persisted in until it becomes your dominant feeling or dominant thought or dominant belief or dominant idea, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. Once again, if this assumption is persisted in until it becomes your dominant feeling, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. The ideal you hope to achieve is always ready for an incarnation, but unless you yourself offer it human parentage, it is incapable of birth. Therefore, your attitude should be one in which, having desire to express a higher state, you alone accept the task of incarnating this new and greater value of yourself. How much time we're going here? 4 minutes and 40 seconds so far. In giving birth to your ideal, you must bear in mind that the methods of mental and spiritual knowledge are entirely different. This is a point that is truly understood by probably not more than one person in a million. So I'll read it again. In giving birth to your ideal, you must bear in mind that the methods of mental and spiritual knowledge are entirely different. This is a point that is truly understood by probably not more than one person in a million. You know a thing mentally by looking at it from the outside, by comparing it with other things, by analyzing it and defining it, by thinking of it. Whereas you can know a thing spiritually only by becoming it, only by thinking from it. You must be the thing itself and not merely talk about it or look at it. You must be like the moth in search of its idol, the flame, who spurred with true desire, plunging at once into the sacred fire, folded his wings within, till he became one color and one substance with the flame. He only knew the flame who in it burned, and only he could tell who ne'er to tell returned. So, what Neville is saying here, that we must assume the feeling that we already are the person we desire to be in imagination, in our thoughts, in our beliefs, in our feelings, right? Feel that you are now the person you desire to be. Imagine that, believe it, and know it. And then that claim that is inevitable. You will be compelled, or things will happen, events will happen, and that will take place in your experiences. So, like for example, I know that I am rich. I don't believe it. I don't think it, or I don't. I know it. Like knowing is better than even believing. I know. No one can tell me any difference, regardless of what's going on in my outer world. I know that I am financially rich because I am conscious on a spiritual level of being rich. So I hope that that little information from Neville Goddard's book helps you understand that you have to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. And one thing that I do want to share, another thing I want to share is that make sure, keep in mind, the way the mind works is that whatever your attention is focused on, your mind will give you more of those thoughts automatically. So, which explains why the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer. Also explains why in relationships, if you are always thinking negative about your spouse, your brain will continue to look for more reasons, your mind will continue to look for more reasons and give you more experiences and more ideas of negative ideas towards your spouse. But you can flip that and begin to consciously focus on the good things about your spouse until the good things are more until you put more good things in your mind, in your conscious mind, about your spouse, and you create more of those things until it becomes a habit. So it's kind of like once you put in the more good, it pushes the not so good out. And if you're putting in more bad, you're pushing the good out. So whatever you're focused on, your brain will search for more of that and give you that. So make sure you're not focused on things you don't want to experience. Make sure you consciously direct and focus your attention on what you wish to experience. That's in your relationships, in your finances, in everything you do in life. Keep your focus on what you desire to experience until it becomes automatic, unconscious, a habit that you are focused and your mind is looking for things that you want to experience. Because right now, most people's mind are looking and searching for things because that's where their attention is, either consciously or unconsciously, on the things that they don't want. So I hope this information helps you guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon so you know when I upload my next video. I do one-on-one coaching as well. My information is below this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.